Hello. Hello, hello. Hi, Robert. Hi, Melody. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hi. Melody saying hi. How was your holiday? Hopefully you and Paul had an awesome holiday. You guys were able to spend time together. Maybe did you guys get out, do anything? A lot of people that was their kind of their goal. They wanted to kind of get out and they wanted to do some things just a little bit differently. So now that I know you can hear me, I'll put both earbuds in. Good, good, good. Alrighty. Robert, I haven't heard from you in a couple days, but I did get your message. I was just thinking about you. I knew that you were playing darts, and I wanted to see how your dart tournament went. So kudos to you. Woo, woo, woo. And Yvonne says, "What is this madness? Where is the bling?" The bling will be coming. As you guys know, J Rob, my honey bunny, and I, DP Addiction Adventures, we are blinging in the new year. That is going to be the second annual blinging in the new year. Oh, Melody, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I really am. I'm sure I'll, kind of reach out to you. And you definitely know if you need to talk, just to chit chat, I am here. I'm definitely sorry to hear that. Hopefully, it's not as serious. He's just under the weather. But, my thoughts are with you. You're definitely going to be in my prayers, okay? So kind of moving over, Yvonne. Yes, we're going to do our second annual Blinging in the New Year. And when we bling in the new year, oh my goodness! You guys already know how I feel about sparkle and shine and bling. So yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. And so what I want to do is obviously we're going to immerse you into the fun and we're going to give you guys a reason to enjoy the bling as well. You'll be picking out your own canvases and you'll be able to reach out to us. We will have Tima on as well, and you'll be able to get tips as well as suggestions on how to customize your canvas of choice. Obviously, you guys know I go all out. I have decided on the canvas. I did, post some things online, but it was hugely in part thanks to my kids, my son, and my daughter, saying, why don't you do this? Something a little bit different. Because, obviously, I was going to kind of fall back in line with landscape because those are my favorites. So they're doing something a little different than you guys have seen because you guys know I talk a lot about landscapes. I have done, some images. Obviously, I did a Hannah Lynn last year, and I really went to town on that one. I did do a Mandy earlier last year, and I went to town on that one also. Blinged it all the way out. So this will be, kind of getting back into that, but I mostly customize and bling out my landscapes. Try to see what I can do with depth and see if I can create movement like wind and trees and things like that and leaves. So this will be something a little bit different. I never, took you on the journey with me as I was blinging out an image. And so hopefully you guys will have a little fun with me with that. But make sure that you guys stay tuned because that's where we'll be going. Now, kind of moving over from there, obviously, I've been deep diving into clay, and you guys have been with me all along the way as I have definitely fulfilled my passion by creating my diamond painting pens and things. Sometimes when we are crafters, we immerse ourselves. Hi, Catherine. We immerse ourselves into, our crafts and things of that nature. And, we might become overwhelmed. And I certainly am not immune, to those overwhelming syndromes and things of that nature. So earlier this year, I would spend day and night all day, all night until I could not keep my eyes awake, working with clay and playing with clay and things of that nature. It was definitely my desire to kind of share my love of what I had created with everyone. And I think that I did that in folds and in spades and things like that. So I did need to take a break. Every time I sat down, like my creative juices, it just, would go blah, it would go flat. And I just did not have anything in me as far as coming up with something new. Some of the old stuff that I had did, some of the old, pen families, they were, I want to do something different. I want to create something original. I want, where's my creativity? Where's my originality and things like that. So it was very hard to kind of climb back up. I'm already not good with picking color choices and things like that. And kudos to everyone who helped me along the way, who gave me ideas, who gave me, color concepts and color palettes and things like that. I really appreciate it because, I have my certain, color choices that I like. And, I couldn't create everything made of that. So stepping outside of that to try and encompass color choices and options that you may like is what was causing me so much. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How am I going to do that? So hopefully, I have overcome that because I've been really dying to kind of get back in, playing with some clay, molding and things like that. In the interim, I have done some things, a little different. I have been doing some paint by number. So I'm still busy, but, I'm just occupying my mind with other things and things like that. So I've done some paint by number. That's really relaxing as well. It is very close in nature to diamond painting. Um, Maybe not with as much control and things of that nature. What I like about paint by number is you're seeing how the colors, what they call bump up to each other. And if they're still a little bit wet, you're also getting a feel for how they blend. So it is teaching me about color blending a little bit. Obviously pressure point. We talk about pressure point when it comes to diamond painting. Yes, we do. It's not something that I paid a lot of attention to when I first got into my pen business. Obviously, these are pretty straightforward. And these right here, we don't like them because they're so thin and they're not comfortable. And we're just not, or I wasn't mindful of how much pressure that someone might be putting on a pen when they diamond paint. I obviously am a light painter. I may paint like this. And so I don't apply a lot of pressure, but because I have arthritis in my hands, I still needed something that was comfortable. And so for me, I did create, a pen that I feel will speak to the comfort. What I've been working on while I've been trying to overcome being overwhelmed and, wanting to know what's that next bit is, to kind of speak to sturdiness and also still offer a product that allows you guys to have the variety when it comes to, how much pressure you apply and things of that nature. So we'll see. I did send out some testers and things of that nature. I'm always testing because I always want to make sure that I'm creating as quality a product as I can, especially within my warehouse and my wheelhouse. Some other things that I have kind of moved forward with trying to recreate is, and this is all because of my son, just creating, some jewelry pieces and things. I tried last year to create jewelry and nobody was interested. And they were like, oh, yeah, that's nice. Okay. And what diamond painting are you getting? So the desire to see more wasn't there. When I created my pens, it was, ooh, how do I get one? So that kind of drove, my creativity and what I, wanted to do. So with that said, I have, done some more practicing, which we as crafters always do. And hopefully I will be, presenting just some, my next foray. And I pique your curiosity to the extent that you enjoy it. Obviously, when we craft, we do it for the love of crafting. I know I certainly do. But I can't just have this stuff hanging out at the house doing nothing but collecting dust. So we do. We create and we sell. Oh my gosh, Billy! Merry Christmas to you too, honey. Oh, oh, you're such a sweetheart. Thank you. And how are you doing? I know that you're so excited. You're back on your what we call normal shift and things like that, Sunday through Thursday. Having your weekends off, that's going to be awesome because you've been through it. You have definitely been through it. This has been probably just a very, cramped time for you. And I'm pretty sure, getting back to some sort of normalcy and some normal routine is really going to be fun, especially with Christmas coming. Yay, yay, yay. um, but yeah, just so you guys are aware, this is being covered. Ah, look how far I've gotten. This is the fawn, the Christmas fawn that Billy and I are doing. We are currently in a cross-stitch collab, and I'm waiting for him to catch up a little because he just got his schedule. Yay! So as you can see, I'm on the last page of the actual design itself, and after the last page um, comes the back stitching and also the French knots. There will be some French knots and things like that on here. So I just wanted to kind of share with you, after everyone came in, a little bit more about my fawn. If you guys have been watching us doing our pop-ups, and I was on his live last week, you kind of got to see he has much better, much more beautiful fabric. I probably will do this fawn again next year, but definitely will be doing it on more of a Christmassy fabric. I'm doing great. Yes, just getting back to somewhat normalcy. I can imagine. Hi, Wilma. How are you? It is, isn't it? It is so cute. I've been sending pictures of this thing. Everybody's like, so who you making that for? Obviously, when we craft, that is always the ultimate goal, is that we have a family member or loved one in mind that we're making an item for. I just didn't expect everybody to want that little font. So I don't know how to say for me without, sounding like, oh, I don't care that you want it, but I had 4 requests, 4. And so I don't think I'm gonna be able to part with it. But would like for you guys to help me name this little cutie. The cutie patootie. Oh. And yes, so I have been cross stitching. I don't know if you guys recall any of my original videos. If you've been with me a long time, you know how I even got into diamond painting was I used to cross stitch a lot over 30 years ago. Loved it. Obviously, that was before some grates and cross stitch had come out. They have these Q snap things. I think those are lovely. That have come out along the way. Grime guards. Those are lovely. Also, they make cross stitching seem so comfortable. And then they have this new like metallic-y, shimmery floss. Oh, and you guys know how I feel about sparkle and shine. Oh, so my cross stitches are gonna be beautiful. Anyway, I got into diamond painting because I was like, yeah, I'm bored. My job is always, whenever you work in a field that's extremely stressful, if your management or your leadership staff knows that it's a stressful position, they should offer some sort of, I don't want to say, offset to the stress, but at least, continue to remind you and take care of your mental health and your mental, state while you're performing that stressful job. So my job, along with 2 prior insurance companies that I've worked for, they have always made it a point to inform us, hey, let's make sure that, we're taking care of our mental health. It's not easy to get yelled at and cursed at all day long. On top of that, you are making, sometimes life altering, especially if someone was injured, decisions. So we want you to have a way to be able to, kind of free your mind to woosah, take a step back, and breathe and relax. And so they used to have classes that we can sign up for. We can go to yoga classes, we can go to Lamaze classes, and there were art classes, creativity classes, they called them, that we could go to. They would be an hour, and obviously you had to sign up. You couldn't go to a class all day, every day, but it was definitely expected that you signed up and just took just a mental health break away from your desk. It was a requirement for at least 2 hours per week. And so one of the things that I like is that I am starting to, even though they send everybody to work from home and you haven't really heard about, oh, take a mental health break and make sure you get up and get away from your desk, they are starting to reintroduce the significance and the importance of that. And what they started with was crafting. You guys cross stitch, do you crochet? Does anyone in your family knit? And I thought that was awesome. So I just wanted to, kind of, jump back in. I'd already been thinking about cross stitch because, again, my heart was there and I forgot how much fun cross stitching used to be. I used to sit in the living room with my dad. My dad is big on crochet. He couldn't do it well. He, was very awkward with his hand, but he loved homemade gifts, blankets, pillows, wall hangings, anything homemade. He wanted it. He loved it. My dad was a baker, and he also used to rebuild antique cars. So he loved the old fashioned, ways of being able to just bring a smile to people's face. And so we would sit in the living room. My dad had a big screen before big screens were popular. He probably paid $12,000, $15,000. Back then, everybody still had the floor model TVs. We had the first box big screen, like 82, something like that, 83. And I would sit there and cross stitch, and he would watch all of his crazy action movies, and I would chuckle. You can hear as the music is building up. So you look up, you mid needle, and then once the action is over, you go back in. Once the silly part came back, it was a lot of fun. So let me jump in and see who's all here. Who is all here? Alrighty. Let's see. You already said hi to Yvonne, to Robert, to Melody. All right, and it's Billy. Hi, Kim. How are you? It looks great. It is such a cute pattern. Billy picked the pattern out, and he picked. I know Pippa. If you guys are in our Stitchers and Enabling group, Pippa found his other pattern, and he just posted it. And she's getting the second one. You know the other pattern, Billy, that you said you were going to do, like, right along it? Pippa found that, and she was like, I'm going to do this one also. And I said, see, that's the one that Billy got. So, yeah, and she posted this, and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm working on. So it's catching everyone's eye. Make sure you guys hit that link that Billy posted and download the pattern and have a little bit of fun. Oh my gosh, this is so cute and things. Now, I will say, Billy, he is a seasoned veteran when it comes to cross stitch. Yes, we do have fractionals. Yes, there is going to be back stitching, and there are French knots as well. If you guys are new to cross stitch and you want something a little bit more simplistic, I do plan to host. I haven't decided if it's going to be January 1st or February 1st. It obviously depends on how many people in our FlossTube community are going to be participating in other stitch alongs. But I am going to be hosting a stitch along where we are going to select from one of Carol Manning designs, and you can follow her on, not follow her, you can find her online, carolmanningdesigns.com. And one of the things that she does so beautifully and so well is she does color blocking, shading, and she does it all in full cross stitch. So just one X at a time, one X at a time. One of the patterns that I selected, although the circles and the kaleidoscope patterns, they look like they have fractionals, quarter stitch or 3/4 stitch, they don't. She does it all with full X's. So this is going to be so amazing, so much fun as we count our X's. You're going to sorry about that. You're going to complete a Carol Manning design, and I can't wait to see what everyone selects, what kind of color choices you have. I do have another ambitious project that I plan to start next year as well. It is a huge Disney project. It's very huge. It's not full coverage though, so there will be some show and things like that. I love Carol Manning designs. I have been collecting them the last 2 months. Kim, she has some gorgeous designs. I don't know if you guys know who Danielle Boudreau is. She was here last week. Hi, sweet. And she came out with her family. Oh my gosh, an amazing family. They had a wonderful time when they were here in Las Vegas. And yes, we did get an opportunity to meet up, to go and hang out. We had dinner. Oh, the dinner was so yummy. Her aunt made a home cooked meal. Oh, it was so good. It was I haven't had pot roast in probably, I want to say, over a decade. It was good. It was pot roast. It was potatoes. It was carrots. The gravy, the au jus. It was so perfect. It was so yummy. And for me, you guys know I'm always telling you guys I have a milk addiction. It is horrible. I don't recommend a milk addiction for anyone, but I've had it since I was born. I've broken the habit twice, maybe 3 times, but I always end up back on milk. And they had a big, large gallon of milk. And she says, "You want some milk, Tia?" "Oh, sweet, you do love me." And I did. I had a big, giant glass of milk. I felt at home. Night, Wilma, thanks for coming in and sharing some love and support. Make sure you hit that right there, that like button before you head out, okay? Thank you. So moving over from there, while she was here, we did go to Stitcher's Paradise. It is a cross stitch store, and it's everything cross stitch. We're talking designs, we're talking patterns, we're talking the floss of every floss company. They they had metallics, they had variegated floss. It was from floor to ceiling, all cross stitch, and they had completed projects as well. Some of the completed projects were so gorgeous. In the back, there were classroom areas as well. She had more stuff that you can go back there and purchase. But I mean, the idea and the thought process was she has a nice setup to where she could probably host, her own cross stitch retreat or something. Yeah, I was throwing out some ideas. I asked her if she had a YouTube channel and things of that nature. But it was definitely fun. If you guys have a cross stitch store near you, it is definitely worth checking out and supporting. We went, we went the day before Thanksgiving, and it was crowded. There was a lot of traffic coming in and out. It could be because it was Vegas. A lot of the people were there on vacation and saying, "Hey, I thought I'd look it up while I was here, and come on out," which was great. But support some of your local hometown cross stitch stores as well. I've been here 17 years, and it was my first time going. So I definitely plan to go back. Now, I will say some of the pricing, is up there. You can if you are somebody who enjoys, working digitally, then you may benefit from downloading and things. But we still have to go in and get our floss and things. You could probably order online, but you definitely cannot see the floss and see the sparkle and see the shine online as you can in person. And so that was the other thing that I really enjoyed, was being able to see it. Also, seeing the completed projects, seeing the sizes and how they measured up. And then finally, you guys know I have complained about this fabric. I got it from Joann's. I'm not happy with it. It is 16 count Aida. And it's really stiff. It's really, really stiff. And so the other thing that I liked about going in person to a cross stitch store was that you could see all of the fabric, and you could see the shimmery, the shiny. You could feel the linen. You could feel the Belfast, the Swigart. Such beautiful fabric. So again, if you do have a local cross stitch store or section in your local hobby store or your local Joann's, you know, make sure you kind of wander over there because if you guys have seen Billy's fabric, you will know why there's a difference. I like this. I love my little cutie patootie, but my cutie patootie would be better, I guess outfitted is the best word if it were on better fabric. That's all that I feel. All that I feel. You guys can definitely tell when I get to another page. I've just started this page. So let me see. Let me read. Let's see. Hi, Heather, Diamonds and Kirby. How are you? Kim says, I need to actually go find my local needle shop. I want to see projects completed. And that's why it's a great idea because you can see the projects completed. I grilled the lady. Did you make all of these? She said no, that she has a partner and her partner and her, as well as other people, they completed the projects and then she would post them and things. It was definitely beautiful to see. There's Danielle, guys. There's Sweets right there. So also one of the other things I liked is when you could see a completed project and it's on the wall and it's on display, and then you could find the pattern for it just below. That right there, that speaks volume. That's awesome. You can see that online, but you don't have the depth. You don't, see how well it measures up and meshes with certain fabric. You can do all of that when you go in to the local store. So again, make sure that you guys are, hi, oh, Viv, I'm sorry. Were you here earlier? Let me go back. And I sure do. You asked how my Thanksgiving was. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't see you. I'm I'm doing great, and my Thanksgiving was phenomenal. As you guys know, I just finished up talking about how much fun I had with Sweets and her sharing her family. I got your card, Sweets. It made me cry. I said, "Oh, it came in quick." I said, "Oh, that was so beautiful, so beautiful." Definitely, took me back. I'm trying to teach my kids to do that, but obviously that's from a different era where you send love and you send thank you and you share your appreciation with people for taking out time and hanging out and having fun. I had a ball. Thank you for sharing your family with me. They were beautiful, and your uncle and your aunt. uh, I don't know which one is funnier, but a match made in heaven is all I can say. They are so fun. Love seeing how much you and your sister look alike, and your cousin. She's a bundle of joy. Even your little nephew, or your little nephew. He was funny also. So thank you very much for sharing your family. I was trying to get him in trouble and give him some great ideas. I hope he got to see the nuns down on Fremont Street, the naked nuns. Uh, but lots of fun. Loved it, loved it. Definitely had a good time. So moving over from there, the rest of my Thanksgiving, my daughter came home a couple of days early. She was studying for finals. She knew that coming back this week, she would have some finals. My daughter is a double major. She is music education, I guess. Music and education is it. She's going to teach while she pursues stardom, if that makes sense to you guys. She knows that she's not going to be rich as a teacher, but she's hoping to be the next. Oh, she's hoping to be the next Lady Gaga. I would say Lady Gaga, except she loves opera. I don't think Lady Gaga singing opera. So we'll see. We'll see, what that means for my daughter and her future success. But I will say, she's in a class of her own. I tell her that all the time. So we had a ball. My mom did end up cooking. I think she overdid it. So we usually pick up plates. We usually get invited places. We go pick up a plate. We come home, we munch on that, and
we watched TV and things like that. My grandmother, being Native American, she wasn't ever really overly thrilled about, kind of making a holiday out of Thanksgiving. So, we would have a nice day off from work and we would enjoy getting up, going shopping and things like that. But we didn't make it too big a holiday on my mom's side of family. My father's side, he did, when we were younger and things like that. So, as we got older, my grandmother, she lived with me, my husband, and my kids. And so there was another reason, obviously I moved out and I had my own place and my grandmother's living with me. So, we can't really dive deep into the holiday with her there. So that was another reason why, we didn't get into it as much and things of that nature. Oh, that's beautiful. I agree, Viv. Yes. So my mom cooked. She went all out. She made homemade macaroni and cheese, homemade whipped mashed potatoes. Oh my gosh, the dressing. Oh, she everything. We had greens. We had every kind of pie, and we had pound cake, and what else? We had everything. It was a lot. So she served us at 1 o'clock on Thursday, and I didn't eat again until Friday. I was done. So much homemade. She had homemade biscuits. No, homemade bread rolls, because she had let the yeast rise and it came out perfect. And my daughter was going crazy over them and things. So yes, yummy goodness. We had fun. Let's see. We did a lot of things. We have a lot of holiday traditions. We go and we see the homeless, try and see what we can do to help. We used to actually stand outside, kind of feed the homeless. We quit doing that a few years ago. And the reason we quit doing that, my mom wants me to share this with you. Mom, you're so funny. I'm sorry. I'm going to read this because my mom lost somebody very close to her today. And I think she's still trying to, move beyond and still keep an upper. What do you call a person with one eye and a peg leg? She says, IHOP. Oh. Oh. Well, I'm glad that you're smiling, Mom. And this is one of my mom's pictures. Mom, you ripped this? I'm showing it. She is trying to get better with her perspective. As you can see, this is a house. These are the woods. And she is scratching and trying to just create a little bit. It's a vehicle that's outside of the home. Oh, Mom. That was a mess cut from that spot on the back. That's okay. This is nice. You should post it on your desk, Mom, just above. And that way, when you feel a little down, you look up and you get a quick laugh. Okay, well, I'm going to post it out here then. Okay? All right. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, she got the call. It wasn't even an hour before time for me to go on. So she's starting to, feel a little bit better. But unfortunately, my mom, 2 years ago when she came to stay with me, was because my stepfather had passed. And today her friend lost her husband. And they used to couple up and go places together and do things together and things. When I went home to help her pack and things, both of them were there and they helped out. And to be honest, and I don't like to, kind of, I guess, rely on the negative or focus on the negative. But to be honest, they were really the only ones that came to help. And my mom had family that was in the area and stuff. And they were the only ones that came and they helped pack up and they helped with, getting home and stuff together and making plans and just helping keep her nerve calm and stuff. I didn't get home until a day and a half after. So I can understand why she's trying to keep her spirits up and things like that. So she has her art now, and she is getting into it, and hopefully that will help her. Okay. So keeping it moving from there, one of the things that I wanted to ask you guys is, when it comes to crafting, do you have a craft that you excel at a little bit more than the others, and that always become a gift for your family members? Obviously, my family loves my diamond paintings. I do customize them. I always pick some kind of area and I pull a focal point in my diamond paintings. I may not do a full, customization like Man Bun. If you guys have been watching for a while, you know that he will do a full customization, and he may swap out all of the diamonds. Hi, chaotic. He may swap out all of the diamonds on his, painting, for crystals or for ABs or for sparklers. I don't necessarily do that. I always pick focal points, and I try and maybe take an area and dull out the focus if I feel like there's too much grabbing my attention. And then I like to take another area and pull the focal point in. I think it's fun. I definitely think it's fun. I also like to see what I can do about movement, to see if your eyes will flutter from one side to the other. If I'm doing a landscape, as I said at the beginning, I do like to try and show movement, and then, I like observation of perspective. And perspective is like when you're looking at a painting and it's a flat surface, but you can see, and it looks uniform. You can see like distance on the picture. You can see curtains, and they look like they're swinging, some breeze coming through a window, an open window or something. So I like the observation of perspective, true perspective in a painting, not just a house that's not even sitting off in the distance and you can't tell if it's a hill or is there a road that leads around it or anything. Kim says, I just finished framing 2 diamond paintings for my family for Christmas. Now everyone is getting a small cross-stitch ornament. I love that, a cross-stitch ornament. I saw earlier today on, I forget what website it was on, but I saw someone create little tiny, they look like pillows. And they did these, it was on another shameless plug. It was on carolmanningdesigns.com website, and she had these little small world cross stitches, and she turned them into pillows. The creativity behind it was you can stuff them, and they could be little bean bags or something that you can use as a kid's gift, especially if the kid is under 5. I think we talked about this on someone's show, where I said, remember when your kids were small enough, you could get them a fake toy from the Dollar Tree and they wouldn't know that it was the fake action figure? Same thing. Do they really need, to have a $200 beanbag toss toy? Or, can you create enough small beanbags to, kind of make it fun, make it creative, and you get to see that, how well would that last as well? So those are some of the things that I like to explore. I kind of, got that from my dad. He definitely appreciated a homemade gift a whole lot more than something that was, purchased. Obviously, if, my niece needs a washing machine or something like that, she's probably going to appreciate me getting her a washing machine more than she would appreciate me getting her, a cross-stitch pillow that I made. But if she is everything fairly taken care of and things, what is the harm in making sure that we create these gifts out of love and they can see them over time? What do you guys think? Do you appreciate handmade gifts? We had a blessing box that we were to give for this last retreat. And one of the gifts was a handmade item that I made myself so sick with worry over. And the reason is because people can feel differently about handmade crafts. I received a Secret Santa one point, and on the Secret Santa, it was like no crafting items. It was from work, so no one in the crafting community, but they were like, please, no crafted items. It's like, wow. So, I was apprehensive, very apprehensive. The person that received the gift, they brought me to tears because I seen them at another event and they had the gift on. But that just made me feel so good, especially after I had struggled and I was so, worried about giving the gift. What do you guys think? Let me go and let me see. Kim says, I read that one. I asked for only handmade gifts this year. I need an art jar and scissor fobs. Oh, I like that. Only handmade gifts. I do. I definitely, can understand that. That is great. Now, obviously, if you see me crocheting a whole bunch of scarves and hats, that's not a good idea to make me a scarf and a hat. It, but I know what you're saying, Kim. Things that you're not creating yourself would be great as a hand, made art or handmade gift. So I can understand that. I just wanted to make sure, don't worry. Anybody that I'm sending a gift out to, I am not hand making your gifts at all. So, and you guys know who you are that I send gifts to because you probably received something from me last year. Okay. But just so you're aware, I'm not making any gifts. Everybody is getting a store-bought gift. And hopefully some of you are harder to shop for than others though, so hopefully you understand it's made with love and it's the thought behind it. But yeah, the homemade gifts, no, this is mine because I love it. And I have two other homemade gifts that I am making. My sister-in-law, she really loves homemade gifts. She's like my brother, so I can you hear me? I don't know what happened with my phone. Can you hear me? Can you see me? You can't hear me? Good, good, good. I don't know what happened. It just kicked out.
How about now? Now? No, still no. What about now? Oh, you could hear the echo. That was bad, wasn't it? They don't like that. Okay, so on to my iPad. Hello. Hello. How's everybody? All right. Well, back to the cross stitch. I want you guys to see the cutie patootie. Yeah. Obviously, I didn't take my hair out of my bun today. You guys can see it's a ton of hair. I'm going to be getting it cut soon because it's my birthday. And I usually get my hair straightened. And I usually get it cut. And I do that every year for my birthday. Guess what that day is? The holiday is Friday. Yeah, it is. It looks really good. Today was a good hair day. And I was like, oh, wow. So I'm going to have all of this. It's going to be, I got a little bun thing in it. It looks like she's coming out of the bun, but I'm going to have it all straightened. Melody, didn't you offer to do that for me last year? So I'm going to have it straightened. And after that, usually I put my curls back in. But I do wear it like that for a couple of months because it's going to be getting cold. It's just not cold right now. Sweets brought the cold in with her when she came out here. And then when she left, it got hot again. It wasn't cold though, but it did drop down at night. So, but yeah, it's awesome. Awesome. So it's been hot. Like I'm back to wearing like no sweater. And I have my sandals, open toe sandals that I wear to work. I don't wear flip flops, but I do wear my open toe sandals. So yeah, been pretty nice. Anyway, as I was saying, look at this cutie patootie. Anyway, storage options. When it comes to your crafts, especially your cross stitch, my biggest fear is like every time I touch my project. So I do keep a lot of this at my desk and on the sofa where I cross stitch at. And I'm always like cleansing my hands so that I can get the oils off my hands because I don't want to touch. Do you guys find that when you cross stitch the same thing occurs? Or does it have to do more or less with the fabric that you're using, that you're cross stitching on? Because this fabric is horrible. I did use my little fabric markers and stuff to do my count so I could, come up with the medium point and things and that I would know where the project would end. But this fabric is very stiff and very hard. So, yeah, just wanted to kind of jump in tonight, kind of show you guys my progress on my cross-stitch collab with Billy. He did post the link earlier, but it is down in the description box as well if you're interested. It is an Etsy PDF that you would download. It comes with all the pages. It also comes with the DMC list, the floss that you purchase, and you can load the PDF directly into whatever pattern maker or keeper that you utilize. I use it, which is also down in the description box. I use Markup R-XP. I love it. It's very easy and simplistic to use. I did like Pattern Keeper as well. I tried Goodreader.
It wasn't as easy for me to just jump right in and start working with. I'm the type of person, you know, how you order something, you buy something, an electronic device or whatever, and then it always says get started right now. I'm the get started person. There's a book this thick, and then there's a one sheeter or one pager that says get started right now. I do the get started. I never go back to the thick book, and then I'm the first one to complain. Why doesn't this work? What's going on? How am I going to fix this? Can't fix that. So now you know why. I just wanted to make sure, though, that I went over that with you guys. Yeah. And that's pretty much all that I had for this week. I did talk to you guys about my Carol Manning stitch along that's going to be coming up. Still haven't finalized whether we're going to be starting January 1st or February 1st. Again, I want to get with everyone, so if you can respond after the live ends, if you can respond in the box and kind of let me know, if you're going to be doing a stitch along. If you'd prefer to join us, would January 1st work better for you and whatever projects you have coming up, or would February 1st be more ideal? You can go to carolmanningdesigns.com and you can kind of peruse through. We don't have a particular one, just any Carol Manning. And she does focus on, full cross stitch. There's not a lot of fractional, so no quarter stitch, 3/4 stitch. It's a lot more simplistic, not a lot of back stitch. I didn't see any back stitching in mine. So do you not print anything out? You just put it in the program? That is correct. So I download it to like either my phone or to my iPad, whichever device I'm going to use. And then you simply go and import the PDF document into the software. Once you import it in, Night Vivian, thanks for coming and supporting. And I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier. Have a good rest of your evening, okay? Um, so once you import it in, yeah, you can go into the markup. I don't know what just happened. First it was the phone that cut off, and now it was this one that cut off. So you just import the PDF. After you import the PDF, all you have to do is go into markup, which is the first page. And when you click an X, you can hit save and it marks the stitch. So it's really easy to get started. You didn't have to read through a lot to figure a lot out. If you have photos of your project, you you can import a photo, but I don't know how to work the import photo part as much. Every project that I have 5 projects right now, and all of them I was able to get in PDF, which is very easy. And I have loaded them in and practiced with a few others. So you can do the trial for markup and test it out and see if you like it. And if you do, boom, you can just pay for the application and have some fun. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. Melody hears me. Good, good, good. I hear me too up here. It's coming out right there. You can hear it. See my phone? Mm-hmm. So that's all that I had. I just really wanted to kind of get on here and go over my floss tube. Look at the butterflies. Butterfly. It's a look, y'all. It's a whole look. So sometimes I can't see too far off away. And I have to put the glasses on. I try not to wear them too much, but I'm getting older, and I find that I'm pulling them out a little bit more. Did you guys see my makeup look that I did? I took Marissa's makeup class last week. Oh my gosh. I'm back to just putting on my little eyeliner. I don't even have any chapstick or anything. They told me to put some chapstick on or Vaseline or something they were saying. But I had all of this, all of this, all of this, all of this. You see this sparkly, shiny forehead? This was gone. And in place was a nice bronzer. See these cheeks? They were softened. Softened. And then this, I did something with this. Like the butterflies. Good, good, good. And what I did, I did the very next day because I knew that Danielle was going to be here and I wanted to look good for her. So I did it again the next day. And it took forever. It took an hour and 37 minutes. But I did do it. And I left it all day. But I could feel stuff on my face. I could feel it. Feel it. So I'm going to give it a try again. I got up the other day and I tried to do it before work. And I'm going to let you guys know that is not something I will ever be able to do before work. You know, it was early in the morning. I was trying to get my coffee in. If you guys wear makeup before you go to work, you guys are amazing. You are amazing. Oh, thank you, sweet. Yeah, I tried. I was trying to look pretty for her, y'all. But it's a lot of work. So everyone who can do it, kudos to you. But I look so different. I kept looking at my face. And you ever just sat somewhere and stared at yourself? Ooh, that was enlightening. But she's like, you got to do this. Did something with this. Took it away. Yeah, it looked different. All I could say. It looked different. It was pretty. Definitely was pretty. But like this right here, did something with these. Put something on them and they just, is that concealer? I think it was called. Yeah, concealer. So it works. It's all I can say. It did everything it was supposed to. And it did a great job and I loved it. So we'll, give it a try. Melody says, I used to get up 2 hours before work to do my makeup and my hair. That's why I just started wearing my curls. When I used to wear my hair straight, because I never wore it short, it was always a whole bunch that I had to do. And then I was flat ironing it. Once flat irons came out in like 2000, 2001, I started trying to flat iron to keep the straight. I was always trying to get rid of these curlies. And then 2007, I was like, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm getting old. I don't care. I don't need no man. And now almost every other show, y'all hear me talking about, me and Rebecca gonna go find a man. Me and Rebecca going on a trip to find men. One of these days, I'm going to Alaska. And that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be a guy that has to appreciate my cross stitch, my clay, all of my diamond paintings. Do you guys know I wasn't buying anything? Do you know I ended up buying 3 diamond paintings? Not for Black Friday, not for the day after. Cyber Monday evening. Yeah, Cyber Monday evening. And I bought 2. And then I think last night I bought the 3rd because they said it was for the Cyber Monday week. So I'm like, oh, that's really nice. They extending the sale for the week. So I guess I'll go ahead and give us like a difference of 5%. So I said, I'll go ahead. You need me to do your hair, makeup. Oh, you did say you do massages. I forgot about that. I sure do. Come on, come on. I would say come to Michigan, but we're going to be in Ohio now. But come to Ohio. We don't even know if we have a chair there. We had a chair in Missouri. But I would love to feel that massage. Yeah. Other than that, I got 3 minutes. I really appreciate you guys coming out. And if you guys are interested in doing our stitch along, remember after the live ends, if you can comment down below, wrong corner, over there, is it? We gonna have to make it work, yeah. So comment below if you have a stitch along starting in January or February. When do you feel you would be ready to start a Carol Manning Designs stitch along? I did reach out to her people. I am waiting for them to contact me back. And I also presented them with a start date of either January 1st or February 1st as well. So who knows? We may have a special guest amongst us, and we may be able to, sponsor some awesome, cool designs and prizes as well. Okay. Yay, yay, yay. So I thank you all for coming out and hanging out with me tonight while I chit-chatted with you about my progress on my collab with Billy. Thank you, Billy, for coming and posting my links. I appreciate it. Don't work too hard. And I can't wait. I will be looking out for my gift. And you guys know my birthday is this Friday. Probably going to be with J-Rob. My honey bunny, and look forward to seeing all of you guys in the community. Thank you for coming out. Have a good night. Bye bye.